Welcome, America. We're back once again for another culinary journey on Cook Like a Champion. Today's episode, I'm going to be showing you a unique way to break down an 8-piece chicken. It's going to save you quite a few dollars as far as pricing, and it's going to taste so much fresher and so much better. We're then going to be finishing it off with my favorite chocolate bourbon pecan pie. Yes, let me go ahead. Oh, hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Good, good.
I see you back up in the kitchen
Yeah,
again.
yeah, Marie didn't tell you?
No, I didn't get the memo on that.
Oh, my bad. Well, for those of you guys who don't know, this is my good friend, Ahman Green. For those of you guys who don't know him, all-time leading rusher, Green Bay Packers, 4-time Pro Bowler. I don't need to say anymore. Y'all know who he is. Y'all know how he rolls.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm just going to be doing an 8-piece breakdown, and then I'm going to take that chicken and I'm going to fry it up. But you probably don't want none of that fried chicken
man,
now.
you got to remember how I roll.
Oh, yeah, you from Louisiana,
you got the
too.
food. That's my payment.
Okay.
He's in this area.
So I got to pay my
right.
bills, America. So I'm going to go ahead and make some of this chicken up for Ahman Green. But I appreciate you letting me use your kitchen, man.
No problem. Let's make sure I get the big piece of chicken.
Yeah, make sure you
right.
get the beef picking chicken. All right, you got
I'll
it,
be down in
brother.
the basement. Let me know when everything's done, okay?
You got it, brother.
All
I
right.
sure did. You
Yep.
guys want to take a quick break? We'll be right back and get this party started.
Chef Champion here to take you on a culinary journey I promise you've never been before. I'm here to help mold you, shape you, motivate you, and most importantly, inspire you into cooking like a champion. I'm Chef Champion, but my friends call me Ace. Welcome to the new age of culinary learning. Cook like a champion on this great station.
All right, welcome back, America. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and get this 8-piece cut up. Always remember, put your gloves on. Sanitary is everything. You definitely don't want to get that cross-contamination going. All right. So maybe teach you guys a little bit of butchering. And like I said before, when you cut it fresh like that, you keep everything intact. As soon as they start to cut the actual chicken breast, that's when it tends to lose its freshness. So always make sure you have a proper knife. So we have a 8-inch Wusthof chef knife. And we're just gonna get that nice and sharp. So the first thing you wanna do for an 8-piece breakdown is you wanna get the breast separated from the actual chicken breast. So as you see, they have that bone right in the middle of it. You basically just wanna go along the side of the bone without actually going into the meat. So we're just gonna start a little incision, and I'm just gonna kind of stick my finger in there to kind of figure out where the bone is. And I'm just gonna make little incisions, little slices, just like so, all the way through. All right. And as you guys see, I'm being very careful not to cut too much of the meat away. And then once you have that, you're just gonna kind of break it apart just a little bit so you can really get up in there. Turn that to the side and just go around the undercarriage of the actual chicken. And then you're just gonna keep cutting all the way through until you cut all the way through and you actually have your chicken breast. Just fold that skin over there just like so. And whenever I get a chicken breast, I always try and find a chicken breast that it doesn't necessarily have to be organic. You just want to stay away from those chickens that have all those added hormones, because those added hormones aren't good for the human body. And this is an Amish chicken breast. By all means, you can use whatever whole chicken breast you got at your local grocery store. This particular Amish chicken actually is farm-raised, free cage-free, to where they don't raise them in the actual cage, which is great because you want your food to taste good, and part of the food tasting good is how it's raised and how it's actually lived. So you got your 2 nice breasts, which we're gonna save those for another episode. So now that we have our actual chicken breast, now we're gonna go ahead and detach the wing. So with the wing, it's very, very simple. You gotta just crack it, and as you can see, the bone's right there, then you can kind of just cut around the bone. So essentially, you never should be cutting through a bone. It's always should be just a nice, smooth cut. I'm just gonna work the knife around there, take that wing and kind of twist it over just a little bit. And then you should be able to cut straight through. Now you have your wing. I normally just take that little wing and just curl it over there, just like that. You have your first wing. Go ahead and detach the second wing, give it that nice little crack, see where your bone is, and just kind of just work your way around. Now, the first time you guys do this, it might not go smoothly, and that's okay. You know, it might take a couple of times, but practice makes perfect, right? All right, now we're gonna separate the actual leg. So all I do is just take a little bit of a crack, just like there, and you see how the bone's exposed, so now I know where my bone is, and I'm gonna separate that from the actual chicken. So now you have the thigh and the actual leg intact. Traditionally in the grocery store, they would call this a leg quarter. I know down south in Louisiana, we love us some leg quarters. This is how we eat a piece of chicken. So when Amon was talking about he wanted the big piece of chicken, that was the one he was talking about. So we're just gonna do the same thing with the other one. Give it that nice little crack, and just go right along the side of the bone. So then what's cool is now that you have this carcass and it's still got a little bit of meat on it, a little bit of skin, this is what's gonna make for a nice, rich chicken stock. So definitely don't throw that away. So then to separate the actual drumstick from the thigh, it's very, very simple. You're just gonna go right where that split is and kind of just work your knife down. Once it gets down, I'm just gonna take my finger, you hear that little crack, and then I'm gonna go actually into that bone and separate it just like that. So now I have a nice chicken thigh that has just been cut, so it's gonna be at its most freshness. And I can mess around with this and take the bone out to make it boneless, skinless if I want, but I like that bone in it. That bone is gonna really release all of its juices and make for a nice juicy chicken. So there you have it, you guys, your 8-piece breakdown. You got your 2 nice juicy chicken breasts, you got your 2 wings, your 2 legs, and definitely your 2 thighs. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm gonna show you how to make my southern chicken recipe, fresh in the fryer. We're just gonna be doing all the dark meat, because dark meat is just so good. We'll be right back.